Welcome to Hy-Vee Today with Tony Tone. We're live inside Muscatine HyVee on 2nd Avenue in Muscatine, streaming on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter. Now, here's Tony Tone.
Hello, friends. Welcome to the show. It's Hy-Vee Today. This is Tony Tone. We are coming to you live from inside the Market Grill Express. Very quiet in here. Continues to be. Hoping to get this place reopened sooner than later. We'll keep you posted on that. It's Thursday, the 14th of May. So I hope you're doing well. We had a busy day yesterday here at the store. It was just like one thing after another. We got done with the show, and then I went out into the parking lot, and we handed out 7,200 mangoes. Here's a video that I shot yesterday. And if you would have told me that we would have gone through all of the mangoes, I would have said I didn't think it would happen. I thought we would have had leftover mangoes. I didn't know the mangoes were so popular, but apparently it's like the #1 most popular fruit in the world. And here in Muscatine, Hy-Vee as a company decided we're going to work with the supplier, Robinson Fresh, and we're going to bring 7,200 mangoes. So everybody that you can see in this video was getting a case or a 12 count of mangoes for free. No strings attached. All they had to do was pull into the parking lot, and our crew took care of them. So there's a couple of things I want to comment on. So as you're watching that video, you're also seeing the Hawkeye hauler truck in the background with Tantera Transportation. Folks that were getting mangoes for free donated money to the Salvation Army Red Kettle. And from 9:30 a.m. until we ran out of mangoes at about 11:15, $600 cash collected. So that's wild. I love this picture that my friend Julie took while she was waiting to get some mangoes. It was just wild. So $600. So people, I mean, they didn't have to donate money, but they just felt compelled. So we turned that $600 into a pallet of macaroni and cheese, like 48 cases. It was like 1,200 boxes of mac and cheese that we loaded onto the truck yesterday afternoon. So Skip, Armstrong, listen, it was windy and it did a number. Nobody's gotten a haircut in the pandemic, right? We all need haircuts, but it was just great. There's Emma Drawbaugh. So shout out to everybody that helped yesterday. Did a great job. And again, 7,200 mangoes. It was wild. I want to say thank you to WHBF Channel 4 and WQAD. They came out and covered it. So we appreciate that. And then they were back, Channel 4, Channel 6, and Channel 8 were back to talk about the pandemic food drive, which I want to mention is still going on here at Hy-Vee. The Hawkeye hauler will be parked in our lot until tomorrow, Friday, around 1 p.m. Then it's going to move to Blaine's Farm and Fleet. The Salvation Army food pantry shelves are empty. And later this morning, I'll show you some pictures that Lieutenant Bach shared to prove that the Salvation Army food pantry is empty, because he posted pictures on his Facebook page. There's nothing on it. So you can donate at the register, $5, $10, or $20, or we have the $20 pre-prepared bags ready to go right on the truck. And again, because of the pandemic, nobody has been really donating food. All the food's been going out, so we're trying to restock it. There's some coverage from Channel 8 with the mango giveaway. It was great to have them here. And again, I couldn't believe how quickly we went through everything. There's Matt.
Running low. That's why we've got the Hawkeye hauler out here today as well.
Is there audio on that? Okay, good.
Supporting our local food pantries, but it's important that people get the nutrition they need, and this is just a great opportunity to do that.
Okay. Well, in about 2 hours, 700 families came to pick up the free mangoes.
So that's super cool. The thing I was saying yesterday afternoon was, usually you get the TV media from the Quad Cities in town when something bad happens, and it's unfortunate. So we had a lot of good stories coming out of Muscatine yesterday, and we appreciate their support with that. Okay, so pandemic food drive still going on. Please support that if you can. And then just 2 quick plugs. Tonight, drive-through steak if you don't want to cook, 4 till 7, right out in front, grilling steaks ready to go for dinner. And then tomorrow on Friday, drive-up donuts from 7 to 11 a.m. And it's going to make it seem like I mentioned the drive-up donuts last because I'm talking to someone that works in law enforcement this morning, but that wasn't my intent. Chief Deputy Ardith Slight with the Muscatine County Sheriff's Office is here. And Ardith, is it just a stereotype that folks in law enforcement like donuts, or what's the story?
No, I don't think it's a stereotype. We have donuts delivered from Hy-Vee by one of our very special law enforcement friends.
Nice.
And he'll deliver donuts on one day, and the donut holes will come the next day.
Oh,
And
that's awesome.
They always seem to be gone. At the jail or at the sheriff's office, doesn't matter where they come, they're always gone the next day.
That's
so
absolutely fantastic.
thanks to our donut guy friend.
I
He
was
knows
gonna
who he
say,
is.
So I'm glad that you're here, and I guess this is your official first time on the show, which is crazy to me because you've been here when the show's been going on, but I'm glad that you're here. I want to start with your background. How long have you been with the Muscatine County Sheriff's Office, and your current role as Chief Deputy?
So I started at the Sheriff's Office in 1988. I started as a civilian, came from the banking world, and was in charge of all of the accounts, the inmates' accounts, the gun permits, all that kind of stuff. Moved into the civil department pretty rapidly, and there became an opening. Deputy John Fiedler, may he rest in peace, died shortly after I started there, and so the civil department kind of became my home and was my home until we decided that in 93 that we were going to open a new jail. And so I became part of the jail staff only to keep the transition team in line and help write policies and procedures and get all the stuff ordered for the jail. After that, I decided that there were some guys who couldn't make the run who were employed by us, and I said to Sheriff Lowell Snyder, I think I can do that. So he sent me back to the academy in 96, graduated in 97. Wow. Yeah, I was a part of the road patrol for a while. In 2000, I went to the Drug Task Force, bought narcotics in Muscatine County and in the area, and worked that for 9 years. In 2009, I went back across the street. All roads lead back to patrol.
Right.
So that's where I went. Worked in the Criminal Investigations Division until 2015 when Sheriff C.J. Ryan appointed me as Chief Deputy. So now I just put out fires, fix cars, take care of inventory, and don't do a whole lot of police work anymore.
What a story, though. I mean, you've done so much. That's
oh, yeah, and don't forget,
yeah.
I was a dispatcher for a while, and the guys would hate it when I would be on the radio because something bad would always happen. So
you've done the dispatching part of it as well.
Yeah.
Is that not like, and I don't want to say that certainly dispatchers are appreciated, but do you feel like for people that are watching this that, because oftentimes my experience, I butt dialed 911 2 weeks ago. I didn't know if you long press your phone, it can like...
Yeah.
So that's my experience. How tough, I mean, that's got to be one of the toughest jobs,
well,
right? That people don't talk enough about, I feel like, right?
Exactly. They are there for us all the time. I know they get frustrated with us. We get frustrated with them. They want things from us. We want things from them. But being a dispatcher, first and foremost, before I became a patrol deputy, made me a better patrol deputy.
Sure.
I mean, I knew what they expected. I knew what was expected from me. And yeah, they are our unsung heroes. They really are. But we couldn't do it without them.
Yeah,
so
absolutely.
if people may not think that that's law enforcement per se, but they are one of the best parts of law enforcement.
Going from banking, that's an interesting path. So one of the things I had written down is what compelled you to serve in this capacity. So obviously, I mean, you had service experience in the banking world, which is certainly a service. But then with what you've done and what you've experienced over the years, I mean, because I feel like my dad's a retired Chicago cop, and he would have that switch that he could flip. And I don't have that. And my dad would always give me grief when I was on the radio in the Quad Cities. He would say, well, if you're off work by noon, you could be like a firefighter. And I was like, I don't see, like, if I see danger, I'm not compelled. Now, I'll certainly help, but I don't have that. So what was it for you, Ardith, that compelled you to want to do what you've done? Because it certainly takes a certain type of person that can handle the situations that you find yourself in.
I think I got in a unique way that I was a civilian.
Sure.
And when I was a little kid, I always wanted to be a nurse. So I think that helping thing was always there.
Yep.
The nursing thing didn't work. I went into accounting. There was an accounting position open at the jail sheriff's office when we were all kind of still one, you know, because we were the hometown, you know, not very many beds. So we were all together at that point. And then when I saw what they were doing, and I saw the help that dispatchers and they could give to the public, and I saw what the guys were doing, and I was doing some of it already. It was like, that's what I said to the sheriff. I said, I can do this. I can do this. And he said, okay, well, we'll give you a shot.
Isn't that great? I mean, to have that trust, and you said that was Sheriff Snyder at the time, is that correct? Wow, and I mean, to think of where you've progressed and where you find yourself, it's fantastic. I feel like something that I haven't spoken a lot about is our jail on this show, and it seems like the Muscatine County Jail is massive.
It is.
And it's a large, and it is an organization. It is an entity, right? I mean, do you think folks understand the volume of things that are going on? Certainly, obviously, you know, it's housing people that have broken the law. But as far as, I mean, the amount of inmates that can come in from neighboring counties, I mean, it was a significant investment. And was it new in '93, or it's been expanded within the last 10 years, right?
Right. So we started working on jail transition and jail policies and looking forward to the future with the new construction in about '93.
Gotcha.
Then the jail didn't open until August 26th of August 24th of '96.
Gotcha.
So that transition period was, you know, putting everything in there.
Sure.
When it opened in '96, and then I believe in 2009 or 8, we added on another section.
Sure.
But seriously, we went from a very, very small place to incarcerate people in Muscatine to a very large and very modern facility. And Tony, you were right. I mean, of the people who are in jail, a very small percentage of them currently are Muscatine County inmates, meaning that they committed their crime in Muscatine County and are the responsibility or being arrested by a Muscatine police officer or by a deputy sheriff. So the other percentage of those people, and we've been in the news lately, so the other percentage of those people are federal inmates who we house for the federal government. We also house inmates from Johnson County, Scott County. We've housed Cedar County, Louisa County. So because we have the bed space, and when the smaller counties or even the larger counties like Scott County run out of bed space, they know they can call Muscatine County, and for a price per day, we will house their inmates, house them, feed them, give them medical care. You know, so it's not just a housing thing, but taking care of them in all the ways that they need to be taken care of.
And it's incredible to see the amount of people that work at the jail. I mean, certainly, and maybe folks watching know somebody that does, but I mean, it's as much as it is obviously, you know, keeping folks where they need to be. It is got to be one of the largest employers.
There's about 85 people who work at the jail.
That's astonishing.
And then the other 20 of us work on the patrol side. So, you know, when you think about that, the percentages are...
Over 100 people are relying on that. Yeah, I think it's so fascinating. So how, you know, obviously the last 62 days have been unique. None of us have really experienced anything like this pandemic that we find ourselves in. And a lot of folks have had to make adjustments, businesses, Hy-Vee, one of them, that have had to change some procedures. With respects to the Muscatine County Sheriff's Office, what has changed? I mean, you know, what's so great is, you know, on the front page of the Discover Muscatine newspaper, we're talking about a driveway party feeding law enforcement, and I love seeing that. And you guys always do such a great job with community outreach. But what about at the Sheriff's Office, at the jail? Is it more cleaning, safety? Because the last thing you want to have happen is, you know, a virus outbreak within the four walls of a jail, right?
Exactly. So we know that we have the capability to house a low number of inmates, 10-ish, if we became infected in our medical mental cell. That's what it was called, and it has the negative air pressure in it so that we can house some people there. Now we know once a facility like ours would become infected, we can also be affecting staff, which leads to overtime, which leads to people gone, which leads to the coverage that we don't have. And we are so very, very fortunate that we have not brought a case into the jail. We have had a couple of staff members who have been sent home because they were maybe affected or have family members who got the virus, and so we did send them home for that. But we have changed some of the rules at the jail in regards to who gets to come in and who gets to get a pass for now to come in later. And even though you know, we've had some pushback from the patrol side and from the police department side, we are very thankful and very fortunate that we haven't had more people come into the jail who may have been infected to infect the whole facility. So we're very thankful for that. Yeah.
You know, we just talked about 105 people that are relying on that as a source of employment, plus everybody that's housed at the jail, and I mean, it's just been such a different time. So something like, you know, folks in the community being able to socially distance, acknowledge the work has to make you feel good. But then at the same time, are you frustrated because, again, the department is so active and out and about, and, you know, we've done things here at Hy-Vee, we're shut off half the parking lot and have some vehicles. I mean, that's got to be frustrating to not be able to do that, right?
You know, it is for us, but on the other hand, the people who we have helped out when we could are now helping us out.
Sure.
A big shout out to a family restaurant who brought in food the other day for everybody on staff. And so we certainly appreciate that, and we will get back to where we were, and we will start enjoying our community again and being out there. I mean, we did the special needs Easter egg hunt.
Right.
So we were still able to do some of the things that we normally do, just in a little bit different way.
Yeah, and that's just it, right? I mean, everybody wants to, and the governor certainly yesterday opened up a lot of restrictions that had been in place, and that sense of normalcy will start to come back. But I do think it's great when, and it starts, you know, with Sheriff C.J. Ryan and everybody buying into understanding, as much as you're serving and protecting the county, it's also just as important to be at the right events and parades, and it's just it's a great, this sheriff's office, you guys do a fantastic job with obviously both keeping people safe, but then also being out and about, and that's something that maybe people don't realize, it doesn't exist everywhere. You know, everywhere we don't have people that maybe understand how important it is to be as involved.
And I just hope with my retirement this year and
what? You're retiring?
Yes.
Artist. What? Who said that was okay? You did?
Well, yeah. No. Several others have said that is not okay.
Oh my gosh.
But yeah, so I just really hope that whoever our new administration is will come in and will find that bringing back to the sheriff's office those kind of public things really do serve you well and serve our department well and put us in a good light when sometimes things kind of get ugly sometimes.
So when I think I knew that you were retiring, but I forgot, so I'm like shocked right now. When are you done?
Well, that's kind of the up in the air question.
Okay, I see. Wait, so you're retiring, but you don't. It could be today. You could be today.
Well, you know, I've said a couple of times on my way home, you know what? I should just pull the plug today.
Oh
but
my gosh, that's great.
It will be just fine.
Yeah. So the date is TBD, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, depends on who you ask.
Okay. Oh my gosh. Well, I'm excited for you. Certainly. A long time in serving since 1988, rightfully so. And do you think you'll be bored though? I feel like I know that you might find yourself married to someone that's recently retired as well. Don't you feel like retired people end up being more busy in different capacities than they were when they were working? Do you think that'll be you?
Well, I can tell you this. My husband has said that he, at one time, thought that retirement would be very hard on me. And then I've taken a couple of days off since the weather's gotten nice.
Yeah.
And I wanted to do this, and I wanted to do this. And we made 3 trips to Hy-Vee one day and downtown. And he said, you know, I'm not so sure that your retirement's going to be hard on you, but I think it's going to be hard on me.
I love it. Well, I tell you what, I think that's excellent. And you got to have hopefully you can have some type of party when you do make that decision on the date.
Well,
I like that it's TBD as of right now. That's nice. So that you probably have to tell
Ipers and Nancy Schreiber, and
hey, this is when it's going to be. But that's exciting. Well, I appreciate you being here and everything that you do and everybody with Muscatine County Sheriff's Office. It's great to know and to have such a strong resource. And certainly, it's been an interesting last 6 to 8 months with the Dateline story about the cold case out of West Liberty, and it's to your point, I think. Anytime, and like I was saying at the start of the show, I want Muscatine County, I want to get us on the news, front page of newspapers for good.
Right.
Because you and I both know that if it bleeds, it leads, and typically you see a TV station, some media come down when things aren't going well. But boy, when there's stuff good, and that's the thing, sometimes when there's good things going on, like a business deciding to park a semi-truck in your parking lot looking for food donations, you got to yell about it.
Yes, you do.
You got to yell about the good, and the same can be said for the good that comes out of the Muscatine County Sheriff's Office. And you guys have done a good job, but we all got to do that. We all have to let people know.
And just one quick shout out.
Yeah,
this
please.
is National Law Enforcement Memorial Week,
Okay.
and we normally have done things down at City Hall. Obviously, with the situation that we're in this year, that's not something that we're going to do. But we do want to thank all of those families who have lost officers over the last couple of years, and a special shout out to the family of Ed Halligan, our fallen officer here in Muscatine County. And thank you to all the guys who work for us and do what we expect you to do, including our correctional staff, which sometimes doesn't get thrown into the law enforcement world, but we do appreciate you all. That message from myself and Sheriff Ryan.
Yeah, I did not know Law Enforcement Memorial Week. And certainly, as I mentioned, the product of being around cops my whole life is nothing new for me with my dad being retired Chicago cop. And yeah, I mean, it's a tough job, and it's not.
But it's so rewarding. It is
Yeah.
it is so rewarding. I would never change my career path now that I've been down it. No regrets.
It's just wild to go from banking to this. It's so fascinating. But I'm also hosting a talk show in a grocery store, so I get weird career choices, right? I'm with you in that sense. Thank you again. I appreciate it. And please maybe let us know, you get close to a retirement date, maybe we'll send down some of those donuts that seem to go over so well. I'm not stereotyping. Ardith said that somebody is like the donut fairy, brings donuts to the Muscatine County Sheriff's Office, and they're appreciated. That's not a stereotype.
Yes, no, it's not.
Okay, that's good. Thank you again for being here. I appreciate it.
You're very welcome.
And congrats on the upcoming retirement. That's
Thank you.
exciting. All right, we're going to go CBI Bank and Trust aisle cam, get a live look outside in the store. And I'd show you outside the parking lot, but it's just kind of gray out there. It just does not look good today, which is kind of a bummer. But we did get to give away all those mangoes with sunshine. So, that worked out. The weather cooperated. So that's inside the store, right? Look at that. Live look, high atop. What are we on, a produce cooler? I think we are. Yeah, that looks good. So if you need anything, we're ready to take care of you. Certainly heading into the weekend, I can tell you Friday, Saturday here at Hy-Vee, doing 10% off everything you buy in the frozen food section, which is at the way back of the store. You can kind of see it back there. So from your frozen pizza to ice cream to, the garlic breads and all of that, everything in between, you can save. Thank you, Ardith. I appreciate it. You can save 10%. So while I was talking to Chief Deputy Ardith Slight, I saw Matt Schweitzer kind of sneak in here, that rascal, Hy-Vee Store Director Matt Schweitzer, and he brought one of these awesome giant bags of food that we've got together for the Salvation Army. Check this out. I mean, this is like, oh my gosh, I'm not exaggerating. That is super heavy, and it's absolutely packed full. Wow. I think I just broke my shoulder. That's $20 worth of stuff ready to go for the Salvation Army. And it's all good stuff. It's all things that they need, and the food pantry is empty. So please consider coming out to the store and purchasing one of these. And I'm going to try and airdrop some of these pictures from Lieutenant Bach. How do I know that the food pantry shelves are empty? Lieutenant Greg Bach had to bring the Salvation Army van to Hy-Vee yesterday, and he had to take food off of the Hawkeye hauler truck to bring it down to the food pantry. So if you're watching and you're thinking, is the need really there? Or if you're watching and you're thinking, didn't you just do a food drive in December with freezing for food? The answer is yes, we did. And yes, all of that food is gone, right? So everything that was collected, that rascal Lieutenant Bach, he's got like weird settings on his pictures. I'm going to have to save these really quick. The food that was collected during 2 weeks of love, freezing for food, is gone because they have served more people than ever during this crisis. So let me get these photos airdropped here. There we go. Okay, they'll be showing up in just a second. So the need is there, right? They're feeding 600 plus people per week, right? If not more. So, and it's not just once a week, it's like twice a week they're doing this. So please consider coming out if you can. That's it. That's the food pantry at the Salvation Army. There's what do you see, like 3 cans of something? Come on. That's real. That's in your town. That's Muscatine. That's not a stock photo of an empty food pantry. That's the Salvation Army's food pantry, right? So, and just hear me on this. So typically, for almost 20 years, they've been doing that freezing for food and 2 weeks of love. Usually there's enough food collected in that 1 week that will stock the food pantry for up to 9 months. So all of that food is gone. Look at it. It's barren. That's hard to see. It doesn't make me feel good. We've got to restock it. And if this is a way that you can help, $20 bag. I mean, this is heavy. I don't even want to lift it again because I'm afraid I'm going to drop it. It's packed. It's $20. It couldn't be easier to help out the Salvation Army. And I just showed you pictures of their food pantry. Totally empty. Absolutely empty. Hy-Vee store director Matt Schweitzer is in here again. And he's got you have some updated numbers on how we're doing?
I do.
Do you want to sit down for a second?
I can.
Do we have that microphone for Matt? Is it around here, Chris? Can you grab that? So we'll get Matt mic'd up. Wow, that's exciting. So this is, we'll get you clipped on here in just a second. This bag of food is absolutely massive. And when you walked in, I could tell how heavy it was based on how you were holding it. So I was just showing pictures from the Salvation Army's food pantry that is totally empty, which is kind of devastating. But what's nice, Matt, is that this bag is jammed packed with stuff.
It is full and it is heavy.
Right. I was going to say, if you don't, please hear me when I lifted this off the chair, that it's a workout. But it's all things that they need, which is nice, right?
Plus, did you mention the one item that's missing?
I did not, so please do.
So also, which we did not want to put in the bag, but
Right.
when you buy one of these, you're going to get a fresh bakery loaf of bread from our bakery, too. That's going to go out to the truck, but for sake of not getting it squished on the truck with all the other food, we're just going to take that out in one big delivery, and it'll be bake fresh.
Isn't that awesome?
Probably today or tomorrow morning. I haven't let the bakery know of this
Sure.
little project that they're doing for me yet, but as soon as they're done, we're going to roll it out to that truck, and they're going to get it down to the pantry.
Okay, so these numbers that you have are, so there's options. Here's the option. So if you come into the store and you're at the register, you could donate $5, $10, or $20 that they would add onto your bill that we will then use to buy food, or there's these awesome $20 bags. So far, as of, is that as of last night?
This is yesterday and Tuesday.
Okay.
So 2 days.
So where are we at?
We're at $3,127 worth of donations from the community
Holy moly.
in food. So that's fantastic, and that does not include what the Salvation Army was able to receive in their kettle yesterday, which was fantastic.
Yeah, so we talked about the mangoes and the fact that people that were waiting to get free mangoes were generous and donated $600 in less than 2 hours.
Yeah.
And then you got to drive a forklift with a pallet of macaroni and cheese, which is like unbelievable to be able to take. So in an hour and a half, $600 turns into a pallet of mac and cheese that is on that truck right now.
Yeah, it's just such a cool thing. We had 600 cars come through for the
Wow.
for the mango event, and it basically translated to $1 a car.
Yeah.
For a donation, which was fantastic. We really weren't expecting that, and it worked out really well. But like you said, a pallet of mac and cheese, which is an item that they requested from the pantry. So we hooked them up with that, and it was just great to be part of that.
I'm just thinking, like, you know, I didn't know how the mango thing would go yesterday, and the fact that we were out by 11:15, we had to start early. That's what I tried to tell people. I was like, if we didn't start early, we would have had traffic backed up to the highway.
Yeah.
And you just can't do that. Like,
No.
I don't think, and we just had Chief Deputy Ardith Slight here. Like, I don't think the Muscatine County Sheriff's Office would have been too happy if they were getting calls because mango traffic was backed up across
Right.
the highway.
Could have been bad.
Yeah, but we did start early, and it was awesome to be able to do that. So this bag is loaded full. These are ready to go. $20 if you want to come to the store and buy one, you can. Or again, donating at the register is another easy way to help out with this pandemic food drive that's going on. We've got a couple of things coming up that we can mention. So today they're doing the drive-through steak dinner, which is awesome, right outside the doors here at the store. It couldn't be easier. And then tomorrow morning, the drive-up donuts. Does it surprise you how popular that has been? Because, I mean, I don't know, it was last Saturday or Sunday, like the bakery was almost out of donuts because so many people love that they don't even have to get out of their car.
Well, what more could you ask for? I mean, that is my dream, to drive up in my pajamas and hand you a $5 bill and get some donuts. I mean, you can't really lose there, can you?
No, especially when you talk about a half dozen for $5 or a full dozen for 10.
So it surprises me a little bit, but in reality, it shouldn't.
No.
They're delicious, and they're the best donut in town by far. We've checked. I mean, we
We
literally,
have
remember
checked.
that day we had all the donut, we went around and
Yeah.
bought everybody's donut and laid them out. It was a low-calorie day.
I was going to say.
And laid them out, and we compared the size of the donuts, and we taste tested the donuts, which was fantastic when we ate ours.
Yeah.
Not as fantastic on the other people, but we do have the best donut in town. We fry it here fresh every single morning. It's not a frozen product. It's the real deal. And if you could see the picture comparisons, you would be like, Matt, you are not lying to me right now.
No, and you know what? I'm going to airdrop.
Oh, here they come.
I'm going to airdrop one of these donut pictures.
I hope it's the glazed donut, because
It
that's
is
my
the
favorite.
glazed
Oh,
donut.
yeah, that's good.
So this picture is just, I mean, and I don't really have to tell you which one the Hy-Vee one is. Here's a hint on which glazed donut is the Hy-Vee one. It's the big one. Okay, so you're looking at donuts from Casey's, Walmart, Quick Star, and Dunkin' Donuts. And here's a hint, the Hy-Vee one is the big one. I mean, dollars to donuts, you can't,
No.
it doesn't even make sense to go elsewhere.
Well, and it's
right?
hard because you stop in one of those places and you're like, oh, they have the same donut Hy-Vee does. And then,
Right.
and then we were able to experiment with that, and there they are.
Look
And
at this Long John picture. Okay, I'm sending one more just again to drive this home. This is insane. Look at that. Brad, zoom in a little bit. All right, listen, which one is the Hy-Vee Long John? Here's a hint. It's the one almost hanging off the platter.
And mind you, these were not donuts that we went back and said, hey, Roman, make me the biggest donut you've ever made. We literally went back, grabbed one of each out of our case that morning,
Oh my
put it on the
gosh.
plate. And you know, when we're carrying it to the back room, we're like, well, it's probably about the same. And then we
No.
plop it down on that plate, and I'm like, wow.
Okay, I'm sending one more. Just in case you don't understand. And now most of y'all know this, but like, and no offense to Schmunk and Schmonuts, but like, look at the difference. Which one is the Hy-Vee one? Here's a hint. It's the huge one with sprinkles. The little one with sprinkles is from Schmunk and Schmonuts.
So there again, just
Whoa.
just know what you're getting when you come to Hy-Vee. It is a difference. It's easy to make a comparison sometimes when you don't have all the items in front of you. But I would drive up to the curb to get a dozen of those. You know. But so when you ask if I'm surprised, I'm not, because
Sure.
there's your evidence. The picture's worth 1,000 words.
It
as they
really
say.
is.
Yeah.
And I love the fact that we look at these. I mean, I feel bad. I feel bad for these other places. I don't really feel bad, but they should be embarrassed because.
And I would say when it comes to donuts, size matters.
Absolutely.
I am wanting to indulge in that moment, and there is your opportunity right there. Full color.
I mean, what else do you need? I mean, that's not Photoshop. I
No
don't know
more
how to
questions,
Photoshop.
Your Honor.
Thank you. Yes.
I rest my case.
So Drive Up Donuts continues to be a big success. 7 to 11 tomorrow on Friday. It's an awesome way to start the weekend. And then I feel like, we're coming into Memorial Day, and it seems like Memorial Day might change a little bit with respects to what people are doing or not doing. But it's important to know, again, Hy-Vee never has closed in the last 62 days. And certainly with Memorial Day next weekend, which is crazy to think about, people are going to maybe doing stuff at home more. And that's fine. Like, if you're going to do stuff at home, we can get you taken care of here at the store with everything. And I feel like I work here, and in the world, it seems like there might be meat shortages. But when I go back to the meat department, I feel like I'm looking at a whole bunch of stuff that I could buy and grill tonight if I wanted to.
Yeah, we're out of certain cuts and certain kinds of the items that you might normally look for, but we definitely have options for you. You're not going to go without your protein. And then back on your Memorial Day comment that made me think, if your party's smaller on Memorial Day, we can shrink down anything we do for a big party. So don't think you can't get a party tray for a family of 4.
Yep.
Those are still things that we can do. So, I mean, typically we put out these big sprawling for all the aunts and uncles and cousins that you're having over to your yard party, and and you don't have to do that. You can get trays and anything you need for smaller events too.
That's an excellent point.
But the donuts will not be smaller. They will remain the top notch.
They are not. They are. It's awesome, and I can't wait to see everybody that comes out. And the thing that was nice about, and Brad, if you have the mango video, I'd love to roll some of that. The thing that was nice about the mangoes yesterday, and it really caught me off guard, was seeing some people that I know really have not left their house much. And I don't want to name any names, but I saw 2 of my friends that have been really doing a good job, social distancing, maybe find themselves at risk, and they were just so happy to be in our parking lot getting mangoes. And it was just such a nice moment to have seen them and think like, wow, you know what? They've been doing a good job, but this is something that they can take part in. And the same could be said with Drive Up Donuts. Like, they don't have to do anything except, can I get a half or a full dozen, and that's it.
Well, I was going to say, Aisles Online is the same way. When I worked the Drive Up for 5 weeks straight, and it was awesome to see, first of all, people.
Yeah.
to see them out and about.
Right.
And then secondly, that we were able to help them with that. And I feel like our Aisles Online team is in full gear now, and we are. I looked at the wait times before I came on the show. We're under 5 minutes for pickup right now, which is great. You can order right now for today. So we've got the system in place to take care of people now. Out of stocks, that's still a thing in the store. Like, we're just with the meat department. Ground beef is tough right now, but we're trying to do our best to fill your order the best we can. But if you have not tried Aisles Online, or even if you tried it 7-8 weeks ago and was like, oh man, I don't want to wait another 4 hours in line, those days are long gone. So make sure you log back in and give that a try.
It's so convenient. I mean, it really is, to be able to just pull in, get your stuff, and go. It's great. I resent that mango video just in case we couldn't find it. So this is from yesterday. 600 vehicles, hour and a half. Again, you've worked with Hy-Vee for a while. You've done different things, but I mean, who would have thought, right?
No.
That all of that, and without a hitch, no issues.
Yeah, I didn't even get run over, which I think some people were hoping for, and perhaps a couple even tried.
I was going to say, you directed traffic this entire time, and it was just without a hitch. I mean, I thought maybe we'd have leftover mangoes, and if anything, the guys at the Hawkeye Hauler said they had like 100 cars cruise past and say, are the mangoes gone already?
Yeah, I think Joey Krieger might be going to try a mango event in his parking lot, he said. So I told him I'd hook him up with a deal on that. But
yeah,
it was, you can say the word 600, 700 cars.
Yeah.
But until you see it, all in a 1.5 hour period.
It's wild.
It was really impressive, something that we would love
Yeah.
to do again if we can
Yeah, I
get it
was gonna
figured
say,
out. So
that was, I mean, super cool. And I did not know that mangoes, most popular fruit worldwide. Did you know that?
that is crazy.
I had no idea. And of course it is. And wow, it was great. And we even had somebody, I want to see if I have this picture. Somebody that was here for mangoes yesterday. Yeah, look at this. I'm going to airdrop this. Somebody made mango jelly already.
Yeah, I did see that.
Did you see that?
Like
I'm
the efficiency in that kitchen must be.
They got mangoes and made mango jelly already?
It was
How?
it was like within a couple hours,
Right.
wasn't it? I feel like. I don't
Like,
know.
you should share. Hello.
Yeah, look at that.
Like mango habanero salsa sounds
From
awesome.
mango to jar
I couldn't
in less
believe it.
than 40 seconds.
When I saw Brad, zoom out on that. Who did that? Let's give him a shout out. It was what's their name? Kathleen. All right, Kathleen Griggs. Good for you. Right? I was like, how did they do that? Like we just were out there. It was a wild. Yeah, our day ended again. The day started with mangoes and ended with a pallet of macaroni and cheese on a truck. That's something else. All right, I'll let you get out of here. Today's also National Buttermilk Biscuit Day. Are you pro buttermilk biscuit?
Oh, I like biscuits.
Are you a biscuits and gravy
Absolutely.
fan?
Yes,
Okay.
I will do that.
I was hoping that you would say you were.
Absolutely.
Because you were also the same person that, by the way, this is just a pro tip. If you ever come to, or just DoorDash, you could do this, the Market Grill Express breakfast burrito. Your stance on that is put biscuits and gravy on top of the breakfast burrito.
Why wouldn't you?
Why wouldn't you? That's exactly right. So maybe you'll celebrate with some Hy-Vee buttermilk biscuits. And what I like about these, the hardest part about baking this kind of buttermilk biscuit is doing the tap and then not scaring yourself when you. Have you ever opened a thing
like
of
the
biscuits?
Jack in a Box.
Right. You're like, it's gonna do it, boom, and you're like, whew. Okay. But that's all you have to do, and then don't burn them.
Were you up front the day that we had that happen at the check stand?
No, one of them burst.
We ran it through the register, and I just happened to be there. And this explosion,
Oh,
you
no.
would have thought that the roof came off, and the lid flew, and there was biscuit flying, and it landed in a lady's cart in the next lane. It was absolutely. I wish I could have planned something like that, but I had never seen that before.
That
either.
is super cool.
That was a
yeah.
neat day.
No,
we
I
should
think-
try and do that as like a promo.
Yeah,
Pop
just
the
give
biscuit off the roof or something.
Give it a tap.
Yeah.
I've scared myself so many times with that. I just I don't know. It's luck. Luck could have it. It'll probably happen.
So
All
you're
right.
scared.
I am scared.
All right.
Thank you for stopping by. This $20 bag of food can help restock the Salvation Army food pantry, and we showed you pictures. The pantry is empty, so please help us do that so that folks can go. So folks don't have to go without eating. We don't want to think about that. All right, CBI Bank and Trust aisle cam. Let's hop back out in the aisle real quick. I can't believe, again, how much stuff is in here. And keep in mind, if you buy one of these bags, a fresh loaf of bread is going to be donated as well. So
Hey,
that's
one
exciting.
quick shout
Yes.
out, and I don't know if you did it already, but the guys at Krieger's and Tantera are helping us bag these up.
Good call.
They've been awesome. I'm going to actually leave here, go out to the truck, and say, hey, I got some stuff for you to do.
Oh,
Which
sweet.
is great. But they're paying their employees to do this charity work, and it is just honorable of them. So I wanted to make sure and get that in there. A big deal.
That's a good point. Yeah, so Tantera able to bring people back to work to help with this pandemic food drive, and literally had a crew putting together the bags. Yeah, that is an awesome story and a great way to get people that were otherwise not working, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that's super exciting for Tantera to do that. Excellent point. Yeah, and then they can do all the heavy lifting.
Right.
Which is nice because they're a lot stronger than we are because they're dry. I don't know if you've ever seen how big those trucks are, but I encourage you, just drive by and look at that Hawkeye hauler. That thing is massive. Like, it is a super cool truck to see up close in person. All right, well, that's awesome. So they're going to do some more work for us. I love it. Very
Yes.
good. All right, let's go back to the aisle cam, and I'm going to tell you guys a couple of things, and then we're going to get out of here for today, and we're going to kind of tease what we're going to do tomorrow on the show because we have 2 guests on Friday. So today, again, is the 14th of May. Just like that, 14th of May. Memorial Day coming up. Can you believe it? I can't. It's going by so quickly. It just doesn't make any sense. National Buttermilk Biscuit Day. It is Dance Like a Chicken Day. Dance like a chicken. Yeah, I love chicken. Who doesn't love chicken? You can do a chicken dance if you want to. It is Underground America Day, Decency Day, and Caesar Day. This balloon is perfect for Decency Day. I love this. Stay positive, it says on one side, and on the other side, we got this. Right? That is just great. Decency Day, everybody. We got to continue to be decent to each other, don't we? We got to continue to take care of each other. Stay positive. We got this. Look at that. Awesome. Awesome. I'm a little blurry on the other camera, just a heads up. I'm a little out of focus, which might be the best way to have me, is a little out of focus, right? Okay. How about some fun things in the store that you might not know that we have? I love stuff like this. I don't know where Chris finds this stuff, but this is super cool. If you are doing corn on the cob, you definitely need to upgrade your corn on the cob holders. Can I show you beer corn holders? Beer corn holders. Say that 3 times fast. You will be the talk of a barbecue. You'll have fun at your own house. Your significant other will say, "Did you buy beer can corn holders?" And you'll say, "Yes." And then they'll say, "Did you buy pig corn holders?" And you'll say, "Of course I did." Why isn't this a thing that you have at your house? Listen, I know y'all are like me, and you've got that one drawer in your house where you've just got corn holders. Move that over. You've got corn holders from 1987, right? Everybody's got those old school corn holders, and you probably have accidentally like stabbed yourself with them. You know what I'm talking about. Even at my house, we got some old corn holders, but growing up, for sure. I mean, I'm telling you, the corn holders that we had at my house were from like 1942. These are legit. These are awesome. Come on, you need that. I don't even know how much they cost. I don't know. They cost money. What do you want from me? Beer can or pig corn holders? Where are these at? Grilling section. Nice. Yeah, stainless steel prongs. Large, the beer can one says, large handles make corn easy to grip. Oh, yes, that is super fun. I also like this right here, right? Talking about Decency Day, talking about being happy, looking good. Isn't that nice, right? Look at that. Little way to brighten someone's day. We can all use it. We can all use it. I just saw my friend walk out in front of the store. And then how about these? This is kind of cool, like an old school chocolate bar. Tony's Chocolonely. Yeah. I mean, this is like paper. Like it's wrapped in paper. It's super cool. And then it says check the inside of the wrapper. I don't know what it says on the inside of the wrapper. Should I just look? Could buy one of these and look. I still got to do what's in the box. All right, so we're going to pay for this. But it's like wrapped in foil. Check that out. Let's switch to Chris's camera so people can see this. Look at this. This is kind of cool. I feel like this is Willy Wonka. Look at that. I'm looking at this for the first time as you guys are. Look at that. Share our chocolate, share our story. That's super cool. Crazy about chocolate, serious about people. Isn't that wild? Wow. And then you've got, and again, I feel like I'm going to get a ticket to Willy Wonka or something. Come with me, and you'll be in a world of Tony's Chocolonely. Is there not an easier way to open this? Let's see. I'm just going to tear it. So here you go. Tony's Chocolonely. Old school looking chocolate bar. Even the bar looks cool. Look at that. Oh my gosh. Look at that. That's super cool. Wow. I don't know where this company is at, but Tony's Chocolonely in Portland, Oregon. I'd be foolish to not try it, right? And I don't think it's baking chocolate. Like, I think it's chocolate bar. Oh, that's good. Mm-hmm. Wow. That is very good. And it has my name in it. Tony's Chocolonely. In the candy aisle, right? In the candy aisle. Yeah, good deal. I've seen these before, but I never thought to try it. That's really good. You should try that. Tony's Chocolonely. Yeah, that's very nice. And that was a milk chocolate one, and this is dark chocolate. So there you go. Okay, a couple things, and we'll get out of here. Let's do the Toyota Muscatine. What's in the box? What's in the box? Don't really know. We could have a theme song for what's in the box, but we don't have a budget for that. Can we get a band to do a song for it? Maybe. Let me get my phone out of the way. All right, what is in the box? Toyota Muscatine and toyotamuscatine.com. I am closing my eyes. Can you guys see? Are we good? Do I need to turn it all? We're good? Okay, Toyota Muscatine and toyotamuscatine.com present what's in the box. Okay, it's just one thing. My guess is it is, okay, so it's in a package. I can feel the plastic around this. I'm going to say it's silly putty. Am I right? Hey now, look at that. What kind of silly putty is this? I love silly putty. I am a fan. You do that thing with the silly putty where you like put it on the newspaper and it can transfer. That's great. Toyota Muscatine, what's in the box? It's silly putty. I'm getting pretty good at this. And I did not look, okay? I did not cheat. Why would I cheat at my own game? We should have had Ardith do this. I always forget. I need to stop forgetting. It's way better when the guests do it. All right, tomorrow on the show, we will invite our guest. So we have two guests tomorrow on the show. We'll talk to Pam Collins, who is the boss at the Musser Public Library. And then we'll talk to our friend Nora Dwyer, who is just such a good person and super involved in helping feed people here in Muscatine that are in need. So we look forward to talking to Pam Collins tomorrow and our friend Nora Dwyer on the Hy-Vee Today Show. Shout out to everybody that's been watching on Facebook this morning. How about Lori Aguero, Dan Clark, Diana Pelton, Becky Reese, Rita Mathiot, Brenda Erber, Lindsay Phillips, Debbie Rainier, Matt Schweitzer was watching after he got off the show, and our friend Quinn Reese joining and watching live. Again, if there's anything we can do for you, certainly invite you to email me, hyveetoday@gmail.com. Always looking for guest suggestions and folks that you think we should have on this show. That is for sure. It was awesome talking to Chief Deputy Ardith Slight with the Muscatine County Sheriff's Office this morning. I didn't even realize that Ardith is retiring. So congratulations to Ardith, part of the Muscatine County Sheriff's Office since 1988. Done a fantastic job, as everybody does there. We appreciate them, that is for sure. Okay, a couple of things we're going to mention and we're going to get out of here. Shout out, oh, my buddy Jake's watching. Okay. The whole crew's out there watching, everybody. Couple things I'm going to tell you. The food pantry at the Salvation Army is empty. Brad, can we show them the picture? We got the picture of the empty food pantry. What are we going to do? We got to fill it up. We've got bags of food ready to go. We've got an opportunity to donate money at the register, $5, $10, or $20. Matt told you that to date we're over $3,000 in just 2 days, like $3,127 donated. That is outstanding, and the food pantry needs to get restocked. Do you want me to airdrop it again? Okay. Where are they just going to La La Land, or where are they going? They're just going to the abyss? All right. So the food pantry at the Salvation Army, they're serving over 600 people a week. We got to continue to meet the need. And listen, the reality is that they don't have anything. So Lieutenant Greg Bach had to come back to the truck yesterday. Did it show up? Okay. Lieutenant Greg Bach had to come to the truck yesterday to get food off of it to bring it back to the Salvation Army. That's how much the dire strait situation is. So please consider helping them out. We would love for you to do that. They need the support, that is for sure, because they're talking about, you're talking about feeding hundreds of people, right? Absolutely fantastic that they're able to do that. Okay, drive up steak night. Is somebody buying that? Sold it. Wow, look at that. We sold the $20 bag. Excellent. Okay, good deal. It's great. I love it. That's exactly what it's there for. $20 bag of food going to the Salvation Army. Awesome. Thank you if you bought that. Okay, Drive Up Steak Night is coming up tonight, 4 till 7, right out in front of the store. Get ready to go with Drive Up Steak Night. Get you taken care of, and you don't even have to get out of your car. That's exciting. Tomorrow, Drive Up Donuts at 7 a.m. If you love Hy-Vee donuts, I just showed you pictures, comparison pictures. Hy-Vee donuts, biggest and best in Muscatine County, bar none. From 7 to 11 tomorrow, you can get drive-up donuts outside the store here at your Muscatine Hy-Vee. Don't even have to get out of your vehicle. It couldn't be easier, right? Could not be easier. Half dozen, $5. Full dozen, $10. Absolutely awesome. It's right there on the screen. Want you to come out. The crew will be ready to go at 7 a.m. Rain or shine, snow or sleet, wind or hail. Hopefully it doesn't have bad weather. I think there's a chance for some severe storms tonight. But tomorrow, it's partly sunny with a chance of donuts. Right? 100% chance for donuts. Drive-through donuts. Don't even have to get out. You just go right there. It's just the best, okay? Absolutely the best. Also happening Friday and Saturday, we've got the 2-day sale talking about 10% off in the frozen department. So it's on the bottom of the ad, and it's 10% off everything in the frozen department. If it's frozen, it's 10% off. From pizza to ice cream, to vegetables, frozen fruit, everything in between. It's just great, and it's 10% off. You definitely don't want to miss out on an opportunity to save. And maybe you're going to restock the freezer because you can save 10% off. Whatever you want to do is absolutely okay. Obviously, we want you to come and see us. Okay, let's just mention DoorDash, right? So download the DoorDash app on your phone, order from the Market Grill Express. If you're looking for Hy-Vee Chinese or a tenderloin, you can go to Hy-Vee.com/mealtime and order that way. It's, again, very easy to do so. I've got the ad that's in the paper this week in my hand, looking good with some raspberries and blackberries on the front, right? Hot deals along the side. Find this inside the Discover Muscatine newspaper, and it just feels good, right? It feels good, looks good. Good deals all throughout it. And it is just weird to think that we're talking about just being, a week away from Memorial Day. Isn't that wild, right? So there's that ad. And then on the back page of the Discover Muscatine newspaper, kind of recognizing some graduates of the class of 2020 from both this store and Hy-Vee Main Street. So check that out, and that's where your Hy-Vee ad lives, right inside that there paper, which is awesome. Okay, how about some food court deals for May, and we'll get out of here. If you're looking for lunch, dinner, and you don't want to pay full price for things, you don't have to. We've got the May food court specials. So today is Thursday. You can see there's a 15-cent fuel saver. Somehow I have 75 cents on my fuel saver. I really don't know how. I have 75 cents on my fuel saver, but I should get a breakfast because any breakfast today gets 15 cents added on the fuel saver. Also got 50-cent boneless wings, steak dinner ready to roll after 4, and you can kind of see what's on the docket for Friday. All right. Listen, thank you for watching the show. I appreciate you being there. Thanks to CBI Bank and Trust, Toyota of Muscatine, and Lutheran Living Senior Campus for their support. We certainly appreciate them. It was great talking to Chief Deputy Ardith Slight with the
Watching Hy-Vee Today with Tony Tone.
Be very, very quiet while hunting wabbits.
We'll do it again tomorrow.
Matt Schweitzer. So, please know we'll be here tomorrow on Friday, live at 8:30 with Pam Collins, talking about Musser Public Library. Announced yesterday that places like the Musser Public Library can reopen, which is good news, and we'll get kind of the details on how the library plans to do that and follow the restrictions that are in place, and we'll appreciate that info from Pam, and then we'll talk to our friend Nora Dwyer right around 9 a.m. All right, so one more show this week. No show on Monday the 18th. I'm taking that day off because I'm getting some flooring done in a bathroom. And then we'll be here next week, Tuesday through Friday, and then I'm off the week of the 25th. So that's just a look at the schedule coming down the pike at you, everybody. So please know that. If you need anything, HyVeeToday@gmail. Best way to get a hold of me is through that way. And I hope you have a good rest of your day or a good evening. Thank you for watching, and we will talk to you soon. Goodbye, everybody.
Watching Hy-Vee Today with Tony Tone.
Be very, very quiet while hunting Wabbits.
We'll do it again tomorrow with more local guests from in and around the Muscatine community.
I'm trying to emote for the play that the
Right.
alumni are putting on in Wilton this
man.
Friday, Saturday.
Questions, comments, know a great guest? Reach out to Hy-Vee Today with Tony Tone on Facebook or via email, hyveetoday@gmail.com.